Hi, I'm Paula from Hana Studio and I'm lying down on the job. I thought I'd just take you through the basic movements for our pelvic tilts because this is something that takes a long time to actually figure out, but it's one of my favorite things for figuring out what is going on in my lower back in particular on any given day and giving myself a chance to let it decompress and kind of relax and be happy before I get going. So, lying on the ground, a towel underneath your head, just rolled up, folded up enough so that you've got a little pillow, so that you can be relaxed through here so you can breathe nice and easy. Feet are on the ground, hip width apart. Hip width is this, not this, this. Feel the connection of the ball of your big toe, your little toe, and the midpoint of your heel bone in your feet. Let your knees be relaxed and pointing towards the ceiling. And then feel how your sacrum can relax into the ground. So your sacrum is that big triangular bone at the base of your spine. Just let that sink in a little. And then there's that curve of your lumbar spine coming up and away from the ground above that. And then your back ribs get to just spread really nice and wide and heavy. Then the back of your neck is lifting up and away from the ground, and your head is able to sink nice and heavy down into the ground. So from here, imagine that you've got a clock on your pelvis. So your pubic bone is 12 o'clock and your belly button is 6 o'clock. So that if I were to look up and look at it, I could see the clock this way. So 12 o'clock here, 6 o'clock here. On your exhale, we're going to come to 6 o'clock. So exhale and let your belly button gently drop into your body so your lower back lengthens into the ground. And then on your inhale, come back so you're evenly positioned between your 6 and 12 o'clock. You exhale and let your belly button drop through your body. So think your belly button is initiating the movement. Inhale to come back. Don't start it off with your glutes and do this. It's too much. Your glutes have to come in at some point, but it should start because of what's happening in here. So exhale, let your belly button drop into your body. Inhale, come back onto the center, so back in your neutral spine. If it helps, you can put your hands so that your heels of your hands are on your hip bones and your fingertips are on your pubic bone. And then as you exhale and your belly button drops, you should feel how the heels of your hands end up lower than your fingertips are. And then you come back so that they're completely even and balanced. Exhale and drop. And then on this one, on your exhale, you're going to go to 12 o'clock. So let your back gently over arch. So you're exaggerating the curve in your lower back. Come back to the center. So this time, if you've got your hands on your pelvis, you'll feel how your fingertips end up slightly lower than your heels of your hands. If this doesn't work for you, keep them by your sides. So you exaggerate as you exhale. And again, I'm letting my pubic bone reach long and away from me to create the movement. It shouldn't be such a big movement that your back hurts. You're just trying to lengthen out your lower back. Let's just do a couple more. And by now you should be aware if one of these positions is easier than the other or doesn't work as well today as maybe it did yesterday. And we're not trying to think that's bad, we're just being aware of what's happening. So then come back to neutral, so you're even between your 6 and your 12 o'clock. And now you're going to imagine that there's an anchor sitting on your right hip bone. As you exhale, that anchor is going to drop your hips straight down to the ground. On your inhale, the anchor releases off and you get to float back on up. And then the anchor moves to your left hip bone and you just let the weight of that anchor drop this hip bone down. And you inhale and release it up. So your shoulders stay nice and relaxed while you take this from side to side. Keep using your exhale to let the hip bone drop. And your inhale to let it release. And you might feel that you can move one side easier than the other. It's pretty normal. I'm aware of the fact that my left side is quite tight today and doesn't want to move that much. So I'm just going to think about really keeping my sides long and not hitching, but keeping it long. And I'm also going to think about letting my sitting bones reach long and away from me to also stop me from doing that, hiking my hip up. You don't want your hip bone to come towards your shoulder. You want it to be able to stay nice and long. So let's just do one more on the left. And then come back. So you're going to be evenly positioned between 6 and 12, between left and right. And now you're going to think your whole belly is one big bowl of hot chocolate. So from your lower ribs all the way down to your hip bones, there is a marshmallow sitting above your belly button. So on your exhale, allow your pelvis to tilt. Let your marshmallow move to the edge of your cup. And then just picture that marshmallow moving around the edge of the cup. I cannot talk today. All my words are confused. So let it be really easy. It's not this. You're truly trying to let that marshmallow move around. And you're becoming aware of the places where your marshmallow doesn't necessarily want to move so much. Anywhere that you find it a little harder, or where your marshmallow just wants to skip, slow it down, add a bit more breath, and really let it relax through it. If you chase and try and force the marshmallow, that sucker will run from you. And then take it the other way. The other way will be different. It might be easier, it might be harder. You might find there's a different place that doesn't work so well, like I just did. Oh, there you go. Going the other way, if nothing else, is going to make your brain have to do some more work to figure out how to do this. So, continue to just let your breath help you move around. You're really trying to keep your knees pointing towards the ceiling the whole way through rather than letting them wobble everywhere. You're trying to keep them nice and still. Let's just do one more. Don't spill your hot chocolate. If you spill your hot chocolate, you have to clean it up. And then once you've finished this circle, come back through to the center, so you're in your neutral spine. Once again, you're evenly balanced between your left and your right hip bones, between your 6 and your 12 o'clock. Hopefully your back should feel a little bit more released. And that's it. We're all done. Thanks, and I'm out of here.